So let's get started, first of all, with procedural destruction. We wanted to kick it off with a short video that's talking about like our first vision for destruction. It was kind of like a prototype to prove how far we could take it. So let's check it out and then we'll talk about it. Intended for internal use only, and we're sharing it today. What was it for exactly, Alex?
Yes, this is actually the first tech demo we did to showcase the newly developed Real Blast destruction technology. In this video, we can see what we had at that time for the procedural destruction. We have procedural glass, procedural floors, and walls. Also, we have a bunch of like destructible props and lots of particles effects. And this tech demo was done mainly to reassure ourselves that it was doable. Like with the tech and the current technologies that we had, we could do something like that. And in this demo, we there was no limitation. We kind of the goal was to make everything
like showcase.
Yeah,
it was
showcase.
Kind of a proof of concept.
Yeah, how far we could go, and so there was no limit. We could break everything. Even brick walls were breakable at that time. The floors were breakable. Like everything was breakable. So and right after that, this was done before the conception phase. Mm-hmm. So after that, we started.
That's kind of the start of the game in a way, right? It's one of the main core techs that support the gameplay, right?
Yeah. So right after that, we had to create, I would say, gameplay prototype using this tech, and it's where everything started actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we were discussing about it the other day, and you're telling me that it actually took a long time to do this proof of concept and actually making it playable, like in gameplay with 60 FPS. It was like a long process for the team.
Yes.
So you guys created a tool for it. Can you talk a little bit about the DAB tool?
Yes, and it's just interesting tool that we had to develop because creating that the specific demo was very difficult in terms of creating the assets. Mm-hmm. So that's why we created the DAB tool, meaning the destructible architecture building tool. And with this tool, the designer can basically just lay the layout of the walls, mm-hmm. and then by selecting them, you can choose whether they're going to be fully destructible or only line-of-sight walls, as we call them.
Mm-hmm. So if you can navigate through them or not.
Basically. Yeah, exactly. So it's all the designer who's going to decide about what's breachable and what's not. And so you can see it's very easy to place doors and change the layout of the maps. And the cool part of that tool is that everything is fully breakable right from the start. Mm-hmm. So it's very easy for the level designers to iterate on the map layout.
So they can play test everything they create really quickly, basically.
They don't have to worry about the technical aspects of creating destructible procedural assets. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it really does bring a lot to the game, right? Like a lot of the replayability is based on that. It's a huge factor that players can modify every time.
Yeah. The procedural destruction is really at the center of the game because with that tech you can basically break any part of the wall with any size of destruction is possible. Yeah,
based on where you're standing, the angle, the caliber of the gun.
So there's nothing that is predetermined in terms of the result.
So it's always recalculating. And another thing that's recalculating at the same time as destruction is sound propagation.